Hi everybody and welcome back. I'm back in 𝗙𝗃 and back working on the boat. I had a fantastic few days sailing, all systems working perfectly, and the weather was good. The weather was lovely and I had the dolphins to escort me along the way. It was beautiful. So today I'm changing out the lines on my Aries self-steering. I saw another Aries here in the marina on the back of a boat of Anderstad, and he had 8mm lines and I have 6 control lines, so I'm gonna up them to 8 and see how they work. It's easy swapping back if I have to. So plenty to see and do this week with preps. The weather's gone back to windy and there was rain this morning, but anyway, it's all good. So I hope you enjoy watching this week. So where am I? I'm in the dinghy now looking at the Aries here, and these are the control lines that go up. They go up through here, and I have rubber grommets in there to stop them wearing as they pull the servo over and back. But I've decided to upgrade to it's hard to film this, up to an 8mm line. So I'm going to pull them through now and see how I get on with that. I love the Aries. Never stops working. So you can see I just taped on the old one onto the new one and then pull it through. That's one done. These little gas lighters are so handy. A friend of mine, 𝗙𝗵𝗵𝗸𝗲𝗍, gave me this recently. It's just a handy way to just burn off the end of the rope, stop it fraying. I have the new control lines in now just to tie them off at the end. So that's that finished. And we'll see how the heavier lines work. Seem to be good. I just stopped for something to eat. Scrambled egg is always good. It's hectic at the moment. Everything is like, it's all falling into place beautifully. Everything is going very well. Work-wise, parts coming-wise, everything. But I decided to put in a clip because I remind myself why I'm doing this, and in a couple of weeks' time I'll be back out sailing. So the next clip is what keeps me going, knowing that I'll be back out there again soon. This is sailing across the 𝗷𝗵𝗵𝗸𝗲𝗍, and I was in my element. I look a bit nervous there because I didn't want to get my camera wet. But this is what I adore, and this is what I'm off to sail around the world in about 4 weeks' time. I mean, this is what keeps me working, what keeps me going. Back up to 30 plus knots of wind, but it's behind us, so it's good. And rain. We're getting good gusts in the rain squalls. Batten down the hatches. Thank God for the Aries. Fantastic sailing. Waxwing is well designed for this. I am slightly over canvas. As I said, I'm enjoying the speed. And it's nice to keep ahead of these waves, you know, they're starting to crest and break, so if I'm running a bit faster it's better rather than having them poop into the cockpit all the time. I'm just back from the office up in the marina, and I got some cool stuff. My poor flag was frayed away to nothing after the trip, so I bought myself 2 new good Irish flags. And this might seem simple, but it's a very handy thing to have on board. A funnel that's got a nice clean filter in it, and it's a water separator, so if you have any dirt in your tanks, your jerry cans, and you're pouring them in, it's good to have on board. What else did I get? I got this as well sent to me, which is very cool, but I'm not going to open it yet. That's going to be a good one. So I'll be able to replace that. That's a disgrace. I should be ashamed of that. So I just got that up, and it's looking good. Nice to get these jobs done on a fine day. It's lovely and warm today. Beautiful. Well, it's got a bit overcast now, but... So I've had these drums of diesel on deck since Portugal. So I'm going to put them into the tank and then refill these before I leave. Which would be good. So it's a good fit, which is good. Be off! We'll see you again. God bless.
We don't see you off.
Good stuff.
I give an eye to win.
So my tanks are full again, and I used to clean diesel tanks for people before, diesel polishing, and it always amazed me the dirt in the tanks. So I'm hoping this filter now will help. I'm going to empty it out now and see what's in it after putting in 2 cans. So let's have a look. Okay, not much. So obviously the diesel I bought in Portugal was clean, but you can see there is a bit. Anyway, no harm. This morning I decided to update the software on my plotter while I'm on the Wi-Fi in the marina, so another job ticked off. After replacing the lines yesterday on the Aries, I'm not 100% happy. There's just a bit of stretching in the rope. So it's funny, I could wear 2 odd shoes and odd socks and not care, but when something on the boat isn't right, I'm not happy. So I went and bought a new length of 𝗙𝗵𝘵, and I'm going to put that on as the controls for the Aries. So I'm going to do that later on now. I got to go to Killarney today. I spend half my time on the road and half my time working on the boat. Good combination. But it's all to get me sailing, and I'll be sailing in a few weeks, which is great. But another 4 weeks, I think, or 5 weeks before I go, so that's brilliant. So I'm glad I bought that. And I still have my old 𝗙𝗵𝘵, the 6 mils. And I have plenty of spare on board as well. I mean, it's important that the Aries is functioning perfectly. So I just changed the lines to 𝗙𝗵𝘵, and the difference is amazing. There's no stretch at all. Beautiful evening here in Kilrush. All the dinghies are out from the club. Lots of people around today, it's lovely. So I'm dropping the head sail because I'm on my way over to take off my Forestay. You always bring the boat in perfectly on your own when there's no one looking. That's Simon coming now with the teleporter or the cherry picker, whatever you call it. And I better get my Forestay undone. Okay, so it's all go. Just barely had a coffee. So what I do, I normally keep, I have an inner Forestay which I bolt on here. I pin on, I should say. I have that moved forward now. That's a spare stay that I use for hank-on sails in an emergency, I suppose, really. I have some nice downwind hank-ons as well. This is my halyard off my furler, which I have tied forward to take all the pressure off the mast and off the forestay. So I can just take this off now, and the mast is held forward nicely. I can put another halyard forward too. The spinnaker halyard there, the green one. So, time for coffee. So, tied right beside me again. I showed them to you before, are these traditional currachs used on the west coast of Ireland. These are the racing version of the currachs, because the lads here and ladies enter them in competitions, and it's lovely to keep them alive. Beautiful timber frame boats covered with canvas and tarred. And originally they would have brought, the bigger ones would have brought sheep and turf and everything in and out to and from the islands. The Aran Islands, the Blasket Islands, all the way up along the west coast. Waxwing is in and ready to go. It's like bringing your child to the doctor. You'll be okay, Waxwing. There's Kate now. And the Forestay down on the ground, the foil, everything. All done. You can see my halyards tied forward. So, all went perfectly. Some weeks you get a Christmas week, I call them, where all these beautiful things come. And a company called 𝗷𝗵𝗵 in Mallow in Ireland supplied and gave me my Watermaker last year. I have to flush that Watermaker every 6 days to keep the membranes clean, which takes a lot of power and a lot of water. So they've now given me a Zion, Z-I-O-N filter, which means I only have to flush the Watermaker every 30 days, which is going to be fantastic. So this is it. It releases particles into the... I've just opened it now, I can't wait to have a proper look. So a massive thank you to 𝗷𝗵𝗵 in Mallow. That's a game changer for the Watermaker. Once a month I have to flush it, which is brilliant. So that's going to be beautiful. Look at that. That's what it's... I don't know if you can read that. C-I-O-N. Beautiful. And it'll just plug and play, I think, you know. So I'll read the paperwork now. So thank you, 𝗷𝗵𝗵. So it's 7 AM. I'm just up, getting ready to keep cracking on with the jobs today. But I love how the universe works for me. And last Saturday I went to the cinema with my son PJ in Killarney, and we met this lovely girl, a really lovely girl called Veronica from Chile. And she's living in Killarney and practicing holistic therapies, Reiki and chakra cleaning and all that. And anyway, long story short, I went and met her and had a session with her. I never do anything for myself, and it was great. And I woke up this morning feeling fantastic after it. It's great to keep yourself healthy as well as keeping the boat well maintained and in good order. And I really enjoyed it. And Veronica was a lovely girl, and it was a pleasure to meet you, Veronica. And thanks for the healing, chakra cleaning, and that was just lovely. I'd never done anything like that before, and it just when the universe makes you meet these people, it was lovely. And I might even go back for another session before I set sail next month, so that'll be good. So that was nice. So today I crack on with the jobs and hopefully get the rigger to come in a few days and replace my Forestay and my new furler on, and that's the last big job done. That's it. Stock up with food and try to get everything else organised on the boat, but there's no big jobs left, which is great. So today I folded up my old sail and put that away, getting ready for the new furler. I also filled up my diesel tanks, my diesel drums I should say, when I was over in the boatyard at the diesel dock yesterday. So it's hectic, but I'm getting there. Also need to put away my cruising chute, dry that out, and maybe air it today, there's no wind. Nice to dry that out today. It got wet last week when I was sailing, and I don't want to put it away wet. I love that sail, it's a beautiful sail, Kemp. The Kerry colours. Isn't that nice? So that's it. I'm sitting in the cockpit, it's warm today and I'm doing a lot of work, so I'm having a water and an orange. And gratitude is a big part of my life, and the messages and the help and people ringing me say they want to call over with this, and a friend of mine, Matt, said he's going getting me a drone, and people are just being super cool and super nice. The Patreon is working as well. It's not up long, but a good few people have signed up to Patreon, which will be a huge help as I travel. So thanks to all the people that have signed up to that, and anyone that's sending all the lovely messages and encouragement. I really love it. It's a lot of work to get all this done and to get ready. I leave in 4 weeks. I think my departure date is going to be the 21st of August, a Saturday from here, from Kilrush. I'm going to finalise that after the weekend, checking tides and stuff like that, and how it suits other people. So if there's anybody watching that would like to get involved or be interested in sponsorship or getting their name on the boat or anything like that, just let me know. You can message me in the comments below or on my website. So everything is going great. Everything, I couldn't be happier with how things are going, and so just a massive thank you to everybody that's helping me pull this off. You know, and in 4 weeks time I set off from here to sail around the world. I still can't believe that. It's just going to be great. So big thank you to everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video. It wasn't a lot of sailing, or any sailing in fact, but in a few weeks time it'll be non-stop sailing. So thank you again to everyone. Please like and subscribe if you haven't, or if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And have a great and safe weekend, everybody. Wax wing out.